Welcome to the Your Leadership Legacy podcast. My name is Tina Paulus-Krause, and I'm so excited to bring you this next podcast dedicated to you high performers out there who want to reinvent yourself, reinvent your business, maybe your career, all of it. This podcast is all about being dedicated to transformation and being the best possible leader of yourself and others that you can be in order to create a legacy that lives on. Welcome to Your Leadership Legacy. My name is Tina Paulus-Krause. I am the founder and CEO of True You Teams. And here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to Your Leadership Legacy. My name is Tina Paulus-Krause, and I have the most amazing, energetic, bubbly, awesome person with us today, Brian Alementi. And so I'd like to welcome you, Brian.
Well, thank you. And you pronounced the last name correctly. Kudos to you right off the bat.
Yeah, I had to practice a time or two. I'm not going to lie, but we got it. We got it right. It's always a good day when you get it right. So I have been waiting. I literally flew out of bed this morning going, oh, yay, today's the day I get to interview Brian, because here's why. Before you introduce yourself, to anybody who's listening, you are that person that I have not met you personally, like in person, right? And I know just from how much I know you, you are that person that walks in the room that's bigger than life. You are the person that comes in the room that has all the energy. You're like the Energizer Bunny, and you're positive and you're amazing, and your energy is completely contagious. So I've been super excited to welcome you to the show because everybody gets to know who Brian Alementi is. Welcome.
Well, thank you. And you said we haven't met in person yet. We'll get there.
Yet. We will.
I
We
owe
get
you
to
a
make
bunch of
that
lunches.
happen.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. A bunch of coffees or lunches because you've been helping
Yeah.
me so much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what I would love to start with. I would love for you to just because you've had a little bit of a journey. You've had some changes recently in your life and in your career. And so I would love for you to just give a little bit of background on who you are and what amazing contribution it is that you bring to the world.
Well, I would love to. An amazing contribution. I'm trying to get there. So time is going to tell if it's amazing. But yes, that's my goal. And you're right. I did have a change last year. And like a lot of people, it was a job change. And I think everything happens for a reason. It truly does. And I tell my wife this and my kids and friends and family, everything happens for a reason. And this was my opportunity. I'm at an age now where this is it. I love what I'm doing. So how can I share it with the world, if you will? And thank you for the compliment. As I walk into the room, I try to be, I'm not going to be the best looking or most handsome or the most intelligent. So I'm gonna use what I got. And that's what I've had my whole life. It's kind of the inspiration and the energy. And so it's something that I'm striving for, to inspire. And the job change and the transition was a blessing in disguise, and I'm loving it so far.
Yeah. I hear you on that. So talk about that blessing in disguise. What is it that you're doing right now every single day that creates that blessing in disguise from what maybe you have done in the past?
Yeah. So in the past, I was doing, it was in a similar field as you. And so we have so many similarities.
So many.
The
Yeah.
insurance field. And I had the blessing to work with some incredible people. And I was training manager, and so on, and worked up. And with that transition, I'm still having the opportunity to train, still have the opportunity to work with some incredible people. But now it's for myself. And now I can offer that to more than just one silo of great people. Now I can offer it to anybody that'll listen to me. And when I wake up each day, I get to do what I love to do. And I preach passion. We only get so much time on this earth. And if you can do what you're passionate about, what a blessing. So that's what I'm so fortunate to do each and every day. And I wake up, okay, how am I going to first inspire myself and be inspired? And I look at some posts that you put out and the work that you're doing and others that are doing a fabulous job. So I get inspired and go, gosh darn it, I want to inspire. So that's what I do every day.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you talk about passion, we always hear it. You find your passion, once you find your passion, it's amazing and awesome. But like, why is it so important? And what difference does it make when somebody like actually goes, oh, I have found my passion?
It's interesting. We used to say, and you were in the insurance world too, when we were training, it's so awesome when somebody's light bulb goes, boop, I understand it. I know what that means. I got that concept down. The same holds true when I'm working with people, whether it's an individual or on a group basis. When okay, yes, I might not be able to go full bore into what I love to do every single day and make this my full-time job. But if you can inject a little bit of what you love to do in what you're currently doing, it's not only going to make you happier, it's going to make you more productive. It's going to make your coworkers, the people that you're working with, happier and more productive. And everybody's going to be happy. So injecting that little bit of passion, that light bulb that goes off is, yes, I can do this, whether full-time or even part-time of what I'm doing each and every day. So
Yeah. So what I hear you saying is like really paying attention to what it is that you enjoy doing. So when you show up to do something, are you sitting in suffering going, rah, 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 why am I, all the stuff that we, all the negative stuff that we tell ourselves, or are you like, this is amazing and creating the joy that comes with that? So what I hear you say is it's a choice.
it's a choice. Very good. God, you even said it better than me. It's a choice. We have two choices when we wake up. We can be a positive or negative. And it's real easy to be negative. I can find fault. We can find fault, all of us, in anything that we do. But to me, it's more beneficial to everybody, yourself, to find that positive force, that light, whatever happens to be. My children inspire me, my family inspire me, my friends inspire me. Find that inspiration. So that's what I love to do every day.
Yeah. What do you think holds people back from that?
Well,
From like the
sometimes
intention of it, because it's
the
intention,
injection
right?
of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're scared, or they're, hey, there's something that I've heard recently, and I truly believe it, that it's something I put out on a post, that we're all capable. We're all capable of doing it, but sometimes it's the fear of failing. And I also saw something out that really rung true to me, that we fail more than we succeed, but we learn from our failures, and shame on us if we don't. So I think what's holding a lot of people back, and it held me back too, is the fear of failing. But that's okay. People are
Yeah.
forgiving. We all make
Yeah.
mistakes. That's the upside of it. We're all in it
Yeah.
together.
Right. Yeah, that programming from when we were a child, right? That says if we try something and we fail, we're a failure and we get down on ourselves. But really, failure is growth. Like how can you possibly grow if you're not practicing something new and growing in the process? So talk about how you coach people through that mindset that like, I'm scared, because fear is real. Fear is real and it holds us back from a lot of things. So how do you coach people through that?
Something I call stinking thinking, and that's not a medical term, but the stinking thinking, like I said earlier, it's really easy to get in that rut and let that stinking thinking own your day, but you have the ability to own your day in a positive light. And look, we call it the 10,000 hours. I haven't put the 10,000 hours in, and so on. Whatever you're doing, you don't need the 10,000 hours to be positive. You don't need the 10,000 hours to look at the bright side of what you're doing and injecting that positivity and injecting that passion. Those 10,000 hours will come. But if you don't have it now, the fear of failure, that's okay. We all make mistakes. So that's how I coach. Okay, we've got to look at what can you do now? Small steps. And I put posts out, and thank you for commenting on some. It's one small step.
One small
I,
step.
I'm dumb enough to have done some marathons in the day. And if I had to look at 26 miles down the road, going, oh did you? Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations. Let's talk about that. But it's getting that one step. It's getting to that next mile. It's getting to that next, and so on. It's chipping away at it. And that what helps me. If I have a big goal, I can't always look at that. It's in the back of my head, but I got to chip away at it slowly, slowly.
Yeah.
Where did you run your marathon?
Oh, I was talking about figuratively. I was gonna stop you, but I just let you go. I've not run any marathons. I
Oh,
just want to make that clear. Anybody who knows me listening to that, they're probably like, what is she talking about?
you fooled me. We could have gone
No,
with it. You
I
could have
know.
the
No, no.
Boston.
No, I should. I should. There's a couple people that are going to be like, okay, we're going to totally hold you accountable for that now. But yes, I love that. But it's one small step, and you talk about that a lot. And so if somebody's listening to this and they're like, well, what tools do I use? Like, how do I even start? How do I even, because that stinking thinking, sometimes I call it the itty bitty shitty committee, right? Like it's rough. And it's strong, and it's been there your whole life. So how do you even start turning that around?
Well, it starts with you, and it starts with the belief that you can get it done. I truly believe in going back to that. I'm good enough and I'm capable. I truly believe that if you don't start with yourself and believing it, getting to that finish line, forget it, because you can get all the support. Tina can give me all the support. My family can give me all the support. But if I don't believe I'm capable, and if I don't believe I can get it done, it's going to be pretty tough to do. So it starts with the belief in yourself. That is
Mhm.
that core of it. So that's okay, now we can work. If you can believe you can do it and you're capable, and which you are, now let's start chipping away at that, and let's start making some milestones and achieving those milestones to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you can't get there, that's when you call Brian.
That's right. We'll chip away at it together.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we have coaches,
Amen.
because, I know that a lot of the times, having a cheerleader, having that mentor, having that person that believed in me when I didn't even believe in me it makes a big difference. So if you know, as Brian was talking, I kept thinking, yeah, those are great, but what if you can't get there? Like if you can't get there, don't stay stuck there. Reach out and find somebody that can support you for sure.
Right. Yeah. And not everybody has the exactly. And if you don't have that person, if you don't have it in yourself and you can't find that person, there's always outlets out there. There's resources out there. You might not be blessed with a supportive family or supportive nuclear center and friends and family. There are resources out there. Chip away at it. Look at some motivational quotes. Read a book that makes sense to you or inspires you. Use something to get you out of that stinking thinking in your rut.
Yeah. What I hear you say is being intentional about where you're spending your time, right? So who you surround yourself. So talk a little bit deeper about why it's so important about who, what, where, and how you surround yourself with all that.
I think of everybody as the nucleus. You are the nucleus of your world. And it's real easy to be a positive nucleus. Oh, and it's really easy to be a negative nucleus. So we start with a positive nucleus. Then we start building what is the layer, not to get too scientific because I'm not scientific, but I think of it as a nucleus and then a cell. We have all different layers. What does each layer encompass? So you've got yourself and you're working on yourself, but now what does that second layer look like? Is it friends and family? Is it your coach? Is it your mentor? If you don't have that, what is a layer that you can add in, whether resources or being intentional of the things that you can use to help you out? And then you start building, because eventually that cell is going to be complete and you can eventually use that to get to where you want to be. And it's a work in progress every day. That stinking thinking doesn't go from here to there and real easy.
No,
It's
no, no. Yeah, I say however old you are, that's how long it's been there. And so it's about grabbing onto the tools and the people who can support you to just create new ways, right? Choose a new way of showing up in that. So talk about, like, have you always been this positive and bubbly and amazing? Is this something that you just were, or was there something in your past where you were like, wow, this isn't working, I get to change?
For the most part, yes. I've been very fortunate, and I'm not going to lie, I've been very fortunate to be blessed with incredible friends, incredible family that have supported me throughout the years, but there have been some dark times, and like we all have, there's been some trials and tribulations in my life too, where I needed to lean on my support staff, lean on the people that have got me to where I am. And so, yes, it's for the most part, I've been very blessed and very fortunate, but there's been some dark times and there's been some times where I needed to reach out and be coached and read and use my resources. So that's where I'm very lucky, as you can help those that need that support and resource every day.
Yeah, and it's exactly why I ask you that question. I ask you that question because I think sometimes people listen to us talk, you know, on podcasts or wherever, you know, and in speeches, wherever it is, and they think that it's just always been that way. And I know for me, it definitely hasn't been. And for you, you've also gone through those dark times. And so, you know, it's we've done the work, you know, and so when you talk about going through those hard times and you talk about the dark of the night, the soul, there's all kinds of words for it. It's really about that additional support and reaching out. So my next question to you is about the legacy, because the name of the podcast is Your Leadership Legacy, and it's all about like what you're doing today, who you're being today, how you're showing up today is creating your legacy. And so talk to us a little bit about what legacy very intentional on leaving.
I love what you said earlier. I'm going to piggyback and steal that idea and use it. It takes our whole lifetime to get where we're at today. And I believe everything that I've done in the past and everything that I've either done good, bad, inspirational, not inspirational, has led me to where I'm at now. And my legacy is that of inspiration. My legacy is that of helping people get to where they want to be if they need me and need my help. So the legacy of inspiration, because I love to be inspired, and this is my passion. This is what I love to help out others with. So inspiration is my legacy. And one of the things that I think in leadership too, you do such a fabulous job with your leadership and in classes
Yeah.
and posts and everything, is the exemplify your behavior how you want. If you those that lead by example, if a better way to put it, is something that I truly love and truly believe in. So by leading by example with being inspirational, hopefully I am then inspiring others. So that's my
Mm.
legacy.
Yeah, yeah, the mirror, right? Like it's the mirror, what mirror you're holding up into the world. So Love it. I love everything that you're about. I know anytime I see any of your posts, I know it's going to be inspirational. I'm just so drawn to you because of your energy and your positive, and I know that so many other people are as well. So where can people find you? Because I know that there's listeners right now that are like, who is this guy? I get to know him. And so where do people find you?
Oh, well, thank you. Well, if you're not on LinkedIn, I post all the time on LinkedIn, whether it's video or just little clips.
Yep.
So on LinkedIn, I've got Facebook, or brianalementi.com is probably the easiest place to locate me, or just look me up on Google, Brian Alementi.
Awesome. 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 All right. Any parting thoughts or wisdom for anyone who might be listening?
I wish I had a lot of wisdom to part with, but I'm gonna say, first of all, thank you, Tina, and
Mm,
keep doing what you're doing. You're making a difference, and I appreciate the time today. And we'll
mm.
talk with everybody soon.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate your time and your energy. And yeah, that ends this episode of Your Leadership Legacy. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye. My name is Tina Paulus-Krause, and I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Check out our programs and events at trueyouteams.com. And until next time, make it an amazing day.